Good Saturday, everyone. Looking at our Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union weather headlines, a windy weekend is in store for us. A few Saturday night sprinkles, maybe a shower, and then monitoring next week's rain and storm chances. The guidance has been a bit unclear about next week. We're starting to get the first half of the week figured out, but the second half of the week, a few more questions there for sure. But the bottom line is next week is looking rather mild, and it is looking very unsettled. Today's level of concern, no weather worries for our Saturday. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast. Got partly to mostly cloudy skies, I would say, today and tomorrow. Southwest winds today gusting to 25. That's ahead of a front that will move in tonight. And then that's why we have the chance for a sprinkle or a shower as that front comes through. Won't amount to much. Sunday, the winds switch out of the northwest behind that front. And that cools us off from the upper 60s today to the upper 50s on Sunday. It'll feel a little bit chillier with that northwest breeze. It now does look like we will drop below freezing Sunday night into Monday morning, so you will see some frost around the area. Then we climb into the mid-50s on Monday under partly cloudy skies. So a lot of clouds on this 5-day forecast, but not a lot of precip. In fact, Tuesday's precip chances have actually been trending down. I had a 70% chance on there yesterday. Now it's 50. And I will say this, that the better dynamics and complexities with that system, I guess you could say, look to stay to our north in the latest rounds of guidance. And so that 50% chance is more for you folks from, say, along and north of a line from Livingston to Jamestown to Oneida. So in other words, the closer to the Kentucky border you are, the better your 50% chance is for a shower. As you get down here around, let's say, Sparta to Crossville to Spring City, 20 to 30% chances it looks like. So a little bit drier on down in our neck of the woods here. I'll monitor that and keep an eye on things and see if that continues to trend drier. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 60s. It looks like the next significant system may hold off now till Thursday, maybe even Thursday night into Friday. With more showers and thunderstorms and the potential for some heavy rainfall. Looking at our hourly precip chances for today and tonight, look at that at the 9-10 p.m. That's when you might see your first sprinkle, and then just 20% chances through the night of a very light sprinkle or shower. Temperatures today warming up into the upper 60s as we get into the afternoon hours, and then trending downward overnight, mild overnight lows. So with that front coming through, the winds stay southerly throughout much of the night, and so that keeps temperatures up. Weichert Realtors bring us our extended threats, and I've got in yellow. Their confidence is too low to highlight any threats at this time. Just know that, say, from like Thursday on into the next weekend, it's looking unsettled. Maybe a few rounds of showers and thunderstorms and whatnot. And the week of Thanksgiving, also looking unsettled at this time. Right now, it's still too early to tell how Thanksgiving's weather will be. Right now, some of the guidance has some heavy rainfall coming in on Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, and some interesting weather even behind that system. But again, the guidance has been all over the place with the extended forecast, which is not uncommon for this time of the year. When you go through the seasonal transition months, things are a little hard to pinpoint as you get farther out. But I'll fine tune all this forecasting as we get closer to time. B&H Storm Shelters brings us our On This Day in History. 1900, a record lake effect snowstorm at Watertown, New York. Listen to this, produced 45 inches of snow in 24 hours. The storm total was 49 inches. Yeah, do the math on that. That's 4 feet of snow. 1989, thunderstorms in Kentucky held 3 inches in diameter in Grayson County, and wind gusts to 110 miles per hour at Flaherty. There were 14 tornadoes in New Jersey, central and eastern New York, and eastern Pennsylvania. That was a wild weather day. Those folks are not accustomed to that. 122 reports of damaging winds. A tornado in New York killed 9 school children and injured 18 others. Thunderstorms spawned a total of 39 tornadoes east of the Great Plains in 2 days, with almost 400 reports of large hail and damaging winds. So what an event that was. Thank goodness we don't deal with anything like that today. 2005, a rare cool season tornado outbreak produced 13 twisters across Tennessee. One person's injured at Collinwood down in Wayne County. That's in southern and middle Tennessee. Fortunately, no fatalities are reported. So my goodness, we can certainly have some active weather on this day in history. But today is not the case for that. You folks have a wonderful Saturday and keep looking up. For even more weather information, download that Meteorologist Mark app. It's free, or visit meteorologistmark.com.